All right, folks, welcome back. Back from a very stimulating session of playing Duolingo. Once again, Maku desu. Minasan konnichiwa. Yokoso. Today is day 136 with Duolingo Japanese. Yesterday we started unit 28. We are on a 3-day cycle now. We're gonna be very spaced out on getting 3 days of repetition in with one unit, just to offset some stuff for the time being from the vocabulary that we're dedicating time for Shashinko. So, okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna use our English. Yaku. 136 100 36. Oh. Oh wow, it's so weird looking at the hiragana for that. But you could have used the kanji, you know? You thought you'd do a mini challenge? Yeah, fair enough. Okay, and I also got a mod a little bit. I should have completed the lesson set because one lesson set. So next time cycle we continue on a Shashinko thing. This is gonna be D. Sorry, I inhaled while swallowing. Let's see. D1, then we're gonna hit like the bonus, so then we can get our kanji exposure, right? Because we missed our kanji exposure in D1, and then D2, which is today, D2, and then we're gonna have our kanji exposure for 15 minutes, and then day 3 will be the rest, right? Day 3. So for now, we're working on it, right? So we don't know the kanji per se. I think I know what the kanji for. So what to eat? So unit 28. What to eat? All right. So we have the phrase どちらがいいですか? Right? どちらがいいですか? There any grammar like things? Our kanji was oi. Like too much, or like a bit much, and that was our kanji. Oi. We had another one. Yeah, without reinforcement from writing, I don't really get all of them right away. Let's see if it'll come to me, possibly. Stuff. stuff. So we're talking about what to eat. So lots of food. Mayonnaise. 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 At least I think that's mayonnaise. Of all the things to remember. I don't even know how to spell mayonnaise in English. I think that's it. Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. Broccoli. Broccoli. Lettuce. Lettuce. Cutie. Cutie. I'm like picturing, when I say cutie, I'm like picturing a cucumber in my head, and I'm like, what is that called in English? Like, what do you call that? It took you out. Like, oh yeah, that's right, cucumber. Oh, this one was interesting. Famides. 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 I was talking to myself about that, like maybe it's family restaurant contracted together. Famides for diner. Oh, this is gonna be tough. I don't remember a lot from yesterday. Itadakimasu. Hamburg. Sausage. Sausage. How do you spell sausage? Yoshoku. Yoshoku. Omurice. Atatakai. Pleasantly hot. Pleasantly hot. It was used to describe food. Dorinku. Dorinku bar. there anything else dealing with discussing what to... Hmm. Do we have frequency? Location, diner. I feel I'm forgetting a subset of stuff. Adjectives? We have adjectives? That is atatakai. Where are we at? 2, 7, 12, 14. That is lowballing. Uh, Doreshingu. Oh, watashi no ogari desu. Just gonna do it as a phrase. Beverage? I guess there's... Oh. I'm still thinking about the spaghetti spaghetti. Oh, the Shinko game. um 16, it's pretty low. I feel like there's upper, or typically there's upper 20. I think of like a non katakana thing. Gotta be something. I know what the oi looks like too. Oi. But there's something else. Wasn't paying well enough attention yesterday. Alright. Well, let's do unit 7. Unit 27. Unit 27 was health habits. Or no. Beach. Umi. Ugh. Chikai. Ichiban. Nokarumu. Higairu. Higairu. Oops. Otosu. Otos. Otos. I'm gonna take a jab. Motte iku. Motte iku. Beach, beach. Kikagori. Oh no, not. Just kidding. Kakigori. Wait. Yeah, kakigori. Kakigori. Lemon. And I don't want to talk about it. Sorry, I had to cough. Sunglass. Sunglass. Yakedome. Yeah. Yakedome. Osoi. Node. 今週のupset. 8日。Laughing. Basho. どこか。Yeah, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 6, 10, 18. 18 is pretty good. 18 is pretty good. Do I remember any more from Unit 28? What do you have here? 3, 7, 7, 12, 16. I think that's okay. We got 2 days to work on this. Let's hop right in.
駅からファミレスまで10分ぐらいかかります。
Okay. Just Famires. Famires. It's the vocab. 駅からファミレスまで10分ぐらいかかります。何は本当に美味しいです。でも、多いですね。ステーキ。多い。The kanji for 多い。
ブロッコリーはあまり食べません。
ブロッコリーはあまり食べません。ブロッコリー。温かい紅茶と
コーヒ
ーがあります。温かい。
私もエビ餃子にします。
私もエビ餃子にします。にします。Forgot about that. にします。 So, nishima. Ni suru. The expression nishimasu. Nishimashita. Kind of thing. To like have something or want to acquire something in the sense of procuring it or ordering it. Sausage. Pizza to cheese.
チーズ、
cheese. Sausage pizza. Pizza to cheese pizza. どちらがいいですか? Right, this is the which is good. Ja. いただきます. Right. Yo, 洋食レストラン
レストラン、
に行きましょう。洋食。
どんなマヨネーズですか？
Okay.
どんなマヨネーズですか？どんなマヨネーズですか？
じゃあ私はスペシャルのステーキにします。
スペシャル。Forgot about that. Yeah, 私も同じのにします。
ブロッコリーは好きですか？
にします。
ブロッコリーは好きですか？は好きですか？洋食はちょっと。
洋食
はちょっと。
Alright.
Get more with Super Duolingo.
Not right now. Kanji time. Oh, right. Hanbun. Or half.
Oi.
多い多い多い
おい。
多い
おい。
多い、
おい。
多い多い多い
おい。おい。
Oi. Which, by the
Oi.
way, oi is a nephew. Oi.
多い
Oi.
多い
おい。
This is
Oi.
oi. But oi is nephew. Oi.
おい。
多い、
Get your attention.
おい。
Oi, mate.
おい。
多い
There was another one that was really funny
お
too.
い。
多い、
What was it?
おい。
To hear it over and over
Oi.
again.
多い
おい。
Get more.
It turned into ASMR basically. Oi, mate. Okay. Hanbun.
半分。
おい。
半分6分
6分
多い近い痛い
多い。多い。
半分
多いお多い古い8分半分
Oh, that's pretty good. Those two.
安い
半分半分
痛い多い半分高い6分
おい
安い7分多い半分近い
Yeah. Interesting.
多い
多い多い多い
多い
多い
おい、
Oi.
多い。
Oi.
多い
分、
半
分7分9分6分半分
半分
I missed the. I don't know.
半分
2分7分40分半分
半分
分
Boon all over the place. Okay. Okay.
いたお
Oops.
多い
おい
おい、
多い。
多い
おいおい
多い
Okay.
6分
6分
半分
Oops.
6回
6回
1分3
3
分
分
半分6分
半分6分
6分半分
Ugh.
半分7分5分600 6分
Okay.
1分
1分
半分、
半分
1分
1
1
分
分
半分
半分
半分。
1分。
1分
Ah, they're so close. Actually.
1分半分
半分。
半分8分7分半分1分15分
半分。半分。
4時間半分1分何曜日600
1分。分。
7分5分15分半分1分
半分。半分。
4年生1分6 2回半分
We got one more exercise. 3分。
3分
3分。Whoops.
半分
3分。
3分3分半分
3分3分
3分。
分
半分
Okay.
半7分5分半分6分3分
半分半分
車3分半分6分何日か
3分。分。
9分2分15分
15分。
3分半分
半分。分。半。
半分今回買います夜3分
Okay. Oh, still got a lesson. Okay. 8分。
8分
8分。Okay.
半分。
8分
Okay.
8半分
8分。
半分半15分半分8分2分7分
半分。半分。
口半分8分今夜2年生
8分。分。
半分
分。半分。
3分8分
8分。
5分2分
半分。半分。
お茶。月曜日8分。3時半半。
Okay. All right. Let's get back into the lesson. And then this time we're going to complete the lesson and then actually that's it. We're not going to bootstrap through kanji. As long as we complete the kanji. Oh, we do have a little retroactive thing to fill back. So that's fine. Okay.
このレストランのオムライスは有名です。
Okay. オムライス。
このレストラン
のオムライス。
オムライスは有名
ですか？有名です。
このレストランのオムライスは有名です。
洋食
はちょっと。
今回も私のおごりです。今回も私のおごりです。私のおごりです。
おごりです。私のおごりです。A new thing?
今日
の昼ご飯は私のおごりです。
このレストランのオムライスは美味しいですよ。このオムライスレストランのオムライスは美味しいですよ。このレストランのオムライスは美味しいですよ。
フランス料理と日本料理どちらがいいですか？
がいいですか？
I don't know why, but Shashinko audio sounded more natural and listening to Duolingo it sounds so robotic now. You think that, but the audio in Shashinko is also a language learning model. But yes, I can see it. I think it's okay. It has certain things that are different for sure. You can definitely pick them up. But yeah, they're both language. They're both LLMs as far as I know. One is definitely trained differently than the others. I think the one thing that Shashinko is exchanging is this is where like the whole quality and quantity concern comes in. You hear a lot. So Duolingo has multiple trained synthetic voices, while Shashinko has 2 at most, right? And if you always listen to one person, if you always listen to one source, it will become more natural over time. More likely to become more natural over time than listening to a group of voices, because you're constantly comparing and contrasting. It doesn't stick to one long enough. But over time, even after like how long I've been using it, some of them can become fairly normal sounding. So that's kind of something to consider when you're thinking about it, because Shashinko is only one voice model, and except for that very end where we heard the male one, I don't know if the male model is also a trained language model.
今夜一緒に晩ご飯を食べましょう。近くにラーメン屋とファミレスがあります。どちらがいいですか？
Also, the recording is different. He was a very happy trained language model, yeah. Also, the recording is different. The audio balance is different. You can hear more midtones in it. Also, each of the kana is enunciated more in Duolingo, which makes it sound more robotic, in my opinion. So it's kind of humorous because to me it sounds robotic because it's more articulate, and in the Shashinko one it's less articulate. That's why it makes it sound a lot more natural. So, you know, like if I pronounce all my words with enhanced articulation, it becomes robotic. Instead of things like instead of, right? Instead of things that you would hear. Instead of saying every single syllable incredibly, right? Incredibly articulate and then very rapidly, right? I obviously can't do that. That's kind of where the roboticness comes from. Yeah, in my opinion. So what I mean by this is it's great for reading. You know, like you can make out like chikaku, right? Chikaku. But more naturally sounding, it probably blends a lot more than people think. You know, chikaku. Chikaku ni but there's like really separated. It's very robotic. I do agree with you. It's not even talking, and I'm not even talking about the intonation, right? The intonation might be inaccurate because pitch accent and all that stuff, but the way it sounds robotic is that the spacing is so tight, it's so regular, and I don't even think the most articulate person in the world would want to sound like that. Sounding articulate is one thing, but sounding robotic is another. When you become way too articulate, you articulate too hard on your words, then it starts sounding unnatural. And I totally get that. And it makes it really hard, by the way. So one of the criticisms, right, about using synthetic voices is that they're not natural, right? And the thing about the not natural thing is when you start hearing natural things, which you can train models to try to sound natural, which the Shashinka one does well, because I think it's the default one that most like Japanese resources use, because I recognize the voice. Now the thing is, then it gets hard, right? So, or what I mean is, some people will say it's harder to understand one over the other. It's not that it's intrinsically harder one or the other. It's whichever one you're used to. So now I don't have a trouble listening to the Duolingo stuff. However, when I listen to other things, they're new. However, instead of thinking of it as being hard, I think of it as being exciting and refreshing. So the idea is, that's why I typically often encourage not becoming too complacent on any one thing. Instead of always worrying about which one is natural and unnatural, the idea is the more sounds you hear, the more combinations you hear, I feel that most people are able to intuit and be able to condition themselves to something. Like for me, does my English sound natural? Well, if you talk to anyone who isn't an American, probably not. Right? Because if anyone speaks British English, I will naturally not sound like a natural British speaker, even though I speak a language, right, that is related in English language. And you might be thinking, well, that's a dialectic thing. Like, well, yeah, that's why things feel natural and unnatural. You're not used to them. There was a time when I studied abroad in New Zealand, and after a little bit, some of the people, like some of us, even within like a couple months, started accenting things a little different over time. And then we no longer feel that everyone else has a different accent than us, which is weird, but that's, you know, humans, we work really, really well at getting used to things. I totally know what you mean though. Do I prefer either? Sometimes I prefer I definitely, I think the Shoshinko one feels very, for lack of a better word, it feels like softer. There's like lots of less articulation, that like less of that really sharp articulation that you hear from more articulate training models. I've heard some English ones, some English like words that are trained on synthetic voices, and it can be a little weird. It's kind of like listening to MAKU. I don't know if you were into Vocaloid, but occasionally when I listen to like a MAKU track, right, I'm like, yeah, I think Duolingo is ahead of that one. But here's the catch though. Because people like the frequency and the way MAKU, a Vocaloid, sounds, it's also melodic and aesthetically pleasing, and it feels natural for them to hear Vocaloid music. You play Colorful Stage faithfully, Vocaloid game? Yeah. So, yeah, I totally know what you mean. If you've been around the block, sometimes like you just get used to it, right? You get used to a lot of different things. And Vocaloid would be one of them. Like, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but for some, I don't know if you're one of them, but there are people who prefer a Vocaloid over a vocalist. And oftentimes, me and a few other people, like, they listen to Vocaloid music a lot, and then I would prefer the human cover, like the artist who covers the Vocaloid song. So then I would talk about him, like, you hear this, like, this is like a natural cadence, and then the human is like kind of slurring here and slurring here, and then you can see that they're reproducing a shortening here and here consistently, but they aren't like the same each time, that kind of thing. Sweating nervously as someone who likes Vocaloid versions, it's perfectly understandable. I think one thing that oh no, I know a lot of people, because I play OS for quite some time, and OS Vocaloid music is one of the most common, like, it's one of the largest set of vocals in, you know, in the rhythm games. So sometimes I tell myself, like, yeah, let's not forget that language, when spoken, is a set of sounds, right? And I think humans have a remarkable ability to adapt, readapt to various sounds and various patterns. I want, the reason why I want to emphasize that is because I feel that many people are very nervous when it comes to language, because they're very concerned about sounds, and like very particular sounds, and having this like insecurity about adjusting to sounds over time. I actually think so many people do underestimate how fast they get adjusted to a sound. Like, for example, if you go out into the city for the first time, if you're from the countryside and you go out to the city, you're probably gonna get assaulted. Your ears will get assaulted by sounds, like ambient sounds. And then suddenly, you know, 3 or 4 hours later, you probably don't notice those sounds anymore. Like, you don't notice those sounds as things that, I'm not saying it's always 4 hours or something, but if you give it a day, you'd be surprised how well adjusted you know, the average person becomes to specific sound stimuli. I think our ears' auditory ability is incredible. It's incredibly more dynamic than some people might give themselves credit for, especially those people who keep thinking that they're tone deaf, for example. I think you'll probably know if you're tone deaf. Like, it's a really dramatic difference between someone who is maybe have some varying degree of hearing sensitivity versus someone who may be noticeably tone deaf, right? And it's still on a scale, so it's very hard. It's a kind of an arbitrary thing. I think a lot of times when it comes to Japanese and Chinese, it's either they can't produce the sound, or what supersedes the sound, which is tone deafness. Some people think like, oh yeah, well, I can't hear the difference. Like, give it some time. Give it some time. Sit there and listen to the 5 tones. Like, for example, in Mandarin, sit there for like, give it like 2 or 3 days. It's impressive how fast, in my opinion, someone can start acclimating to it. Your ears are very remarkable. And if you can hear the difference between like Shoshinko's model and Duolingo's models, that's because that's evident that you know what Japanese sounds like. You know what I mean? You stop being concerned with like what you're hearing, but how you're hearing it. I think that's very great encouragement. To be able to hear the difference. Like, can you, for example, I've always wondered this. Obviously, I've never had people who ever until this part of my life, but I'm genuinely curious if I gave someone 5 samples of Asian American male around my age, can someone pick out my voice among the 5? Because I can most certainly pick out people that I hear at some point. And it usually takes about like 10-ish days before I can start picking out their voice from a group. So I don't know if you've ever done that experiment before. It's kind of a fun experiment. Like, listen to someone speak and then challenge yourself to see if you can find someone who is similar to that, just for fun. Like, can you match the cadence and speech patterns of someone? Like, you capture it and like, okay, I know how this person speaks and how this sounds. Let me go find someone else who sounds like this person. And how close can you get? It's a super wonderful experiment. Yeah. Usually you do this with instruments, right? It's the whole like perfect pitch thing that you hear about. Like, if I play a like a key, right? Like a note, and then you go and pick up any instrument, and you can match that frequency to whatever the key is. That's kind of like pitch matching, but I don't think that's kind of like too exact. But I like it. You can like step back a little and evaluate it as a whole, and you can try to match people with their speech patterns. Then you get this feeling, you start establishing this feeling like, I want to sound like this. Like, this is my speech pattern. How can I evaluate my speech pattern next to the person that I like? And then you get to like form this aspect of, oh yeah, you know what? This is the type of voice I want to listen to because I like to sound like this. That's kind of like the idea. You get like more inclined or trained in what you're looking for in a voice. I think most of my speech patterns will typically be modeled after 3 or 4 people, and those 3 or 4 people in a given space tend to participate in the same thing. So right now I have like, and it's not a coincidence, I have like 4 Japanese influencer, like teaching Japanese influencers, and the 3 or 4 of them sound remarkably similar. Their intonation, their cadence, and their pace, and their volume actually sound very similar. So one day when I have enough, I would like to acquire their pacing or whatnot, and then, you know, whatever else, and then make it my own, right? Not now though. Obviously, I don't want to end up sounding like Duolingo, but I don't think I typically even match Duolingo a lot of times. There's definitely, I can't do that. It would be kind of fun to, you might be thinking, well, who wants to sound like Duolingo, right? But think about the viral videos. There are voice actors who literally are able to, like, they're so talented that they can sound like a robocall, right? I don't know if you ever watch voice actors, but there are some incredibly talented voice actors. Like, they legitimately can sound like Siri with, like, I don't know, whatever they listen to. They're so trained dynamically that it takes them maybe a couple hours or two, and they can mimic the thing, right? That's pretty impressive. That means they have a lot of training, right? A lot of ear training and output training. I enjoy this one professional voice actress that likes to bamboozle robocallers with her own robocall impression. Like, whenever she gets scammers, like the scam callers, and she would deliberately call back, like respond with a scam call. Yeah, you've seen those women trolling that scam caller. Yeah, she's really good. She's exceptionally good. I know, right? Hilarious. That's the type of stuff that makes you think about what you can do with language learning, really. Okay, let's refocus. Yoru ishoni no yoru ishoni. Oh man.
一緒今夜一緒に晩ご飯を食べましょう。近くにラーメン屋とファミレスがあります。どちらがいいですか?
Okay. I barely sound audible on the best of days. Takes time. Takes time. Honestly. Okay, real talk. I'm kind of a troll when I speak English, like among friends. So, sometimes you get to a point in your language where it's just funny not to say the right thing. And honestly, since I don't expect myself to wait or like not even master another language per se, right? But enjoy the thing, there's some fun to be had to know when you're deliberately doing it versus when you're not. And that's kind of the whole voice acting, right? Like, I get that authenticity is like this gold standard that people like, but sometimes you gotta be proud of what you sound like. Otherwise, it's gonna be very hard for you to constantly be motivated to improve, right? So, perfectly alright. You know, it's a balance. Obviously, don't cap yourself in not trying to improve and whatnot. At the same time, I think there's some charm in seeing how someone is happy with their continuous progress and effort while at the same time be motivated to improve or to reach their whatever their ideal self is. Like, I legitimately troll a lot and throw different ways of saying English words in there just for emphasis. I don't know if Japanese people, I've seen some anime that did that, where they would like deliberately shift a word to make a emphasis, but I'm not sure if it's the same way or the same meaning. The best example I can think of is when like someone's trying to be cute, mainly a female person, they would do the desu, right? The su at the end, like どちらがいいですか? but the where the su just gets accented, I'm like, okay, all right. It's like my at this point it's my red flag for, oh, okay, this lady is just being cheeky. Or like a little bit suggestive when they do the Sue thing. Like, いいでしょうね. Sorry. It happens a lot, and I'm like, okay. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good. No more of that. I'm feeling a little hot now. Okay.
今夜一緒に晩ご飯を食べましょう。近くにラーメン屋とファミレスがあります。どちらがいいですか?
No, real talk though. Would you want your synthetic voice to sound like that when you're learning Japanese? That's a better question. I don't mind this one. This is the default. Like, this is the first default.
今夜一緒に晩ご飯を食べましょう。近くにラーメン屋とファミレスがあります。どちらがいいですか?
I mean, it's okay. It's like middle of the road. It's kind of neutral. Unless it's the Zodi one. The Zodi one is incredibly perky. I'm like, maybe not so much. I like the middle of the road one. Kind of like a Microsoft Sam. You know, like Microsoft Sam. Just, I don't know. There's something about neutral. Neutral doesn't make me, like, catch me off guard. 夜一緒に晩ご飯は食べましょう。近くにラーメン屋とoh man ファミレスがあります。どちらがいいですか? Oh, I hear lightning outside. That's not good. Or I hear thunder outside. So tonight, we should eat dinner together tonight. There is a ramen shop. There's a nearby ramen shop next. Wait. Oh, there's a nearby ramen shop and diner? Okay. Oh, no, there's a ramen shop and diner nearby. My bad. And then which one is good? Which one sounds good? Yeah, the perky, squeaky, girly ones are horrible in your opinion. I'm happy to be learning Japanese, but not. Yeah, it's a little bit high. I don't mind people, like seeing people who are incredibly happy and perky every once in a while, but I'm not entirely sure if I could constantly try to mirror that or use that as my normal energy level. I mean, I'm a happy person. I'm just not exuberantly high-pitched like that. It is fun occasionally to try to mirror that though. Let me see if I can do that. Hold up. They're discussing what to do for dinner. Oh, this one. Omuraisu. Sorry. It's so hot. Omuraisu. Alright, we're done. That's it.
先週の日本料理は美味しかったですね。今回は洋食を食べませんか? 私の好きなファミレスはここから近いですよ。
Oh, I like this one though. This is the synthetic voice allocated to Lucy, the older lady. She's the grandmother. She's a grandmother figure, so it's kind of a nice mid. Yeah, this one is the grandmother figure, yeah.
先週の日本料理は美味しかったですね。今回は洋食を食べませんか? 私の好きなファミレスはここから近いですよ。
I like this. This is probably one. Now, the one for what's his name? Is it Marcos? The guy with the mustache? Now he has a weird like training accent. Like some of his training accent is really weird, but I like the tone of his voice. Or that synthetic voice. And this one. I kind of like, I tend to like a little bit older, rounder sounding voices. Maybe it's my age. Maybe I'm showing my age. So, 先週の日本料理は美味しかったですね。今回は洋食を食べませんか？私の好きなファミレスはここから近いでしょう。Okay. So, last week's Japanese food was tasty, wasn't it? One time, this time, would you like to eat Western style food? My favorite diner is very close to here, or is close from here. Okay, that's fair. It's close from here. I kind of try to want to reword it in a way that I would like it in English, but it's close from here is good. It's fine. This person is recommending a restaurant. Sure. Sounds about right. Restaurant de omu라이스. Man. レストランでオムライスを食べましょう。Pizza. I can't get pizza. I just can't get pizza. One day I'm just gonna go to, like, one day I'm in Japan, I'm just gonna say pizza. Pizza.
To.
Oops.
Ga.
Wait.
To.
Pizza to hamburger. Hamburger. どちらがいいですか? Dude, having cheetah next to each other, that's kind of mean. Because like I do this a lot. When I'm like reading this at a glance, like super fast, or I try to be like quicker, man, having chi and da like that, and some stylizations. Like there are some styles that I've encountered that they're even closer than this. They're pretty wicked close. Just saying. Formal protests. And dochira probably doesn't have kanji, because dochira is a like a grammar word, I think. Let me think. Let me see. Dochira. Oh no, I lied. Dochira does have a kanji, so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So these things become less of a problem the more kanji you get. So it's just growing pain. Formal protests. That's like I don't know what that is. I'm not sure if anyone used that phrase online anymore, but in my day and age, formal protest is kind of like the like really strong considerations. I don't know if that's a catchphrase for anybody nowadays. Like, I want like formally protest. I'm gonna formally protest this formal protest. Sono, famides. Famides. I'm just not used to that combination. Famides. Sono famides no. Sono famides no. Something here. Sarada. Sarada wa oishii desho. That's not sarada. That's pasta. Okay. Sushi to ramen. Ramen どちらがいいですか? どちらがいいですか? 洋食。洋食レストランで食べませんか?
今日は私のおごりです。
今日は私のおごりです。It feels good if you can always say this. I think low key, it's a really wonderful flex if you can do this most of the time when you're around friends. It's like, yeah, you know, I live alone, I have a lot of cash, sitting, burning a, you know, wadding my wallet, and then you just go, 今日は私のおごりです. Right. Today, it's my treat. I would be lying if I haven't done this most of the time when I was still a social eater. There's something magical about being able to provide and like pick up and remove the worry about people enjoying their meal. There's something very palpable about that. Say, hey guys, eat up. Today's, you know, meals, the food's on me today. There's something really bad, feels really great about that. You know, everyone's got to eat.
洋食
洋食が食べたいです. Okay. So 洋食. I didn't find any new vocabulary yet that I missed. No, not this one either.
ファミレス
Well, I found one or two, but that's about it. I do that all the time as well. I think I'm doing it wrong because I'm always alone. Oh my god. Excuse me. Wow, you threw a curveball. Wow, you're doing a curveball. Wow, that I don't know how I feel about that. One day, have some company. Hitori day. Hitori day. One day. There was times where some of my friends did this thing. It was very cute. I thought it was pretty fun. Super endearing way of hanging out during COVID. You know how the whole quarantine thing happened. Lots of people get together. It's kind of like the Japanese work culture. You know, after work you get together, companies and whatnot. So they had online get-togethers. It was one of my friends shared this. It's like, oh yeah, you know, we can't hang out at happy hour with each other. So instead, they had a Zoom meeting. They had a Zoom call, and then they just chilled and had their own beverages. I think that's super cute. That should. I feel that. I want that to be a thing for people who are geographically separated from each other. Like, you don't necessarily have to be occupying a physical... There's, you know, it's nice to be occupying a physical space and that, but you can totally make it a thing. Watching anime together is It used to be a thing, yeah. Omegle, or however you pronounce it. Omegle used to be a thing, yeah. Until it closed down, and now no longer a thing. Finances. Obviously, finances. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised how far Twitch is from that position too, at some point. The operation costs of such websites and services like Twitch and whatnot, I feel like lots of people underestimate how much it costs and how difficult it can be to maintain. And that is one of the services that went down recently. It was actually fairly a while ago now. It might have been a year. How long has it been? Uh 2023. Oh yeah, it has been, yeah, it has been a year now. Yep. I really enjoyed watching how people make meeting other people exciting, especially musicians. I really enjoyed watching musician clips. Actually, I watched the language clips too. I like language learners who were meeting internationally. Although I got kind of tired about the whole like false playing thing, so that's okay. Like that's fine. But I like the earnest ones where it's the glowing mutual interaction between people speaking different languages. The musician ones are really great. Yeah, I don't like the stage one. Stage ones were or the ones done for deceit, right? Like, oh yeah, look at how incredible I am, by tricking people constantly, right? But the ones that fill out and then they start talking and then exchanging and having a good time, those are great from the initial stuff. But it really became a fad for the whole polyglot thing, right? That got a little tiring, in my opinion. Personal preference. Famides. Ano, Famides. はどうですか?
どうですか?
Music ones are so good though. Or the director's editing ones are really fun. Like how people like use different camera feeds and then show directing skills, like how they like make it look like the Inception moments, like where they like have multiple camera setups and it took a lot of effort to like time the thing and make it appear like the people are in, and then they're actually in the same room. Or the musician ones where like someone's playing and it's like, oh, let me play something for you, right? And they would play and then suddenly like two other people would come in off screen and like complete the ensemble. Those were great. Those are just electric. Yeah, like they're looking at one camera somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Those are the really clever ones. It got pretty big, but the place, the website closed down. The servers got closed down, and what the person said was it was too stressful to maintain it. Oh, we'll leave it at that, right? Whatever other reason, but it became too stressful to maintain. So ultimately, that site closed down. I don't know if any competing site replaced it.
トマトジュースですね。
Yeah.
トマトジュース
トマトジュース
がいいですね。トマトジュースですね。
Oh.
がいいです。
Oh, I forgot about the ne. Tomato juice desu ne. The soft ne. As in like the right ne. The softer ne.
温かい、
温かい。
お茶、
お茶。
お、
ください。Wait, お願いします？
お願いします。
Okay, fair enough. 温かい。Pleasantly hot. We need to add a pleasantly hot. Pleasantly hot green tea.
ぶどうジュースもお願いします。
ぶどう。Oh, I forgot about
ぶどう。
grapes. ぶどう。
ぶどうジュースもお願いします。
もうお願いします。
お願いします。
お願いします。Okay, this is fine.
コーラ、コーラ、ドリンク、
ドリンクバーに
コーラ
コーラ
が
が
あります。
コーラとお茶ですね。
コーラと
お茶
茶
で
ですす
ね。
ね。
ビール。
ビールがいいです。
がいいです。
Oh, this guy. I like this guy's voice too. Yeah, but whatever model they trained him on, he has an accent. He has a nga accent. So this synthetic voice has a nga accent. I think you can probably hear it here actually.
がいいです。
Oh no, not this particular phrase. But occasionally you hear the nga. So like ビールがいいです。ビール
がいいです。
So far, they had to say the whole sentence. So not the separate phrases, but if this synthetic voice is used to say the whole phrase, it's probably going to come out like ビールがいいです。がいいです。
あ、ドリンクバーがあります。温かい飲み物と冷たい飲み物、どちらがいいですか？
I just heard a bunch of mono everywhere. Too many O's. Holy, calm down. This is the one ascribed to Kid. I think his name is Kid. Oh, Ken? No, it's Kid or something. The guy, the muscular mid, like 20s kid that's adjacent to Junior. I've got his name. I think his name is Kid. Wait. Character name. Oh, which by the way, the Duolingo characters actually have cast voices too, so they're not like technically the synthetic voices. They're cast. Oh, his name is Eddie. Never mind. His name is Eddie. This is Eddie. Like, I've gotten so used to all their voices, you can definitely tell which voice is which. And then there's the default man voice and the default woman voice on top of that. So it's pretty clear that they trained two synthetic voices originally. The neutral female and the neutral male voice. And then they trained, let's see, Junior, B, or Bay, I think it's just B, Lucy, Zadi, Lily, Oscar, Eddie, Vikram, and Lynn. So they trained in 9 different voices on top of that. So there are 11 models that they're working on, or they have been working with.
あ、ドリンクバーがあります。温かい飲み物と冷たい飲み物、どちらがいいですか？
温かい飲み物と飲み物の冷たいSorry. I was trying. 飲み物. It's the two 飲み物. 温かい飲み物と冷たい飲み物、どちらがいいですか? It's not too bad when you see the 飲み物, but okay. ドリンク。Okay, ドリンク。Let me just hear it.
あ、ドリンクバーがあります。温かい飲み物と冷たい飲み物、どちらがいいですか？
I want the synthetic voice from them and just get them to say like as many nomimono over and over again. Almost I feel like they say those syllables extra fast. Okay. So drinku bar ga arimasu. Arimasu. Drinku bar ga arimasu. 温かい飲み物と冷たい飲み物、どちらがいいですか? Getting something to drink. Meanwhile, humans, me, 温かいコーヒーが飲みたいです。That's fine. Something to drink.
あ、ぶどうジュースはありません。でも、リンゴジュースとオレンジジュースがあります。どのジュースがいいですか?
Yeah, this is Oscar. I said Marcus at first, but this is Oscar. That's the same character. His name is Oscar though. And then Vikram has like a slightly like for lack of a better, like a slightly Indianish spin to it. You can definitely tell that they were training models after archetypes, right? Specific archetypes. And Oscar is a bit in the deeper, like we're talking about like Hispanic side of things.
あ、ぶどうジュースはありません。でも、リンゴジュースとオレンジジュースがあります。
Like
どのジュースがいいですか?
I can totally hear Oscar being the predominant voice for the Spanish course. Almost 10 is insane. Feel like you started streaming only 2 to 3 hours ago, but I gotta get ready for bed. Oh yeah, it's almost 10. Yeah. Yeah, good luck. Oh, you have your lesson tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's right. You have your lesson 2 days. Oh yeah, tomorrow's Sunday. Yeah, go get ready. Good luck, good luck. Yeah, take care. Yeah, it was nice. Thanks for the company as well. Good luck, good luck. I look forward to hearing about your lesson.
あ、ぶどうジュースはありません。でも、リンゴジュースとオレンジジュースがあります。どのジュースがいいですか?
Oh yeah. Oh, oyasumi nasai. Let's see which juice to get. Let's go. Drinku bar ga arimasu. Nomimono ga takusan arimasu. Hai, coffee ga ii desu. Coffee ga ii desu. Ice coffee. Oh. Mitsu kudasai.
3つ。
ぶどう。
ヨーグルト。
サイクリング。お腹。
喉。
ジュースがいいです。オレンジジュース一つください。
ドリンクバーにコーラがあります。
ドリンクバーにコーラがあります。
ビールとワインですね。
ビールとワインですね。Do they have hot black tea? 紅茶。
温かい
紅茶はありますか？トマト。 トマトジュース
ジュースで
ですす
ね。
ね。
キノコスープと卵スープ、どちらがいいですか？と
キノコスープ
スープと
とトマト。あーどこですか？トマト。Wait, oh,
卵
卵。
キノコスープと卵スー
Oh,
プ、
卵
どちらがいいですか？
So this is tomato soup. Egg soup? Okay.
キノコスープと卵スープ、どちらがいいですか？
卵スープ。どちら
どちら
がいい
いいか
ですか？ Right. So far, I'm not picking up any other vocabulary. Was it really that few? きゅうり。
きゅうり、
きゅうりサラダ
サラト、
とトマト。
サラダ、レタス、トマト、
トマトサラダを
どちらいただがいいでか。
トマトサラダにします。トマトサラダにします。
So just にします so far.
玉ねぎ、ドレッシング
ドレッシング、right? ドレッシング
が欲しいです。
Oops.
がいいです。
レタスサラダはいりません。
レタスサラダ
サラダはいりません。レタスサラダはいりません。
Okay. I mean, レタス
ヨーグルト、ドレッシング、
ドレッシング。Okay.
が好きです。
あれはサラダですか？でもレタスはちょっと。私はフライドポテトにします。
Okay. You want fries? Sure. きゅうりサラダはちょっと。
いろいろなサラダがあります。きゅうりサラダとトマトサラダ、どちらがいいですか？辛いドレッシングと甘いドレッシングがあります。
They're discussing what kind of salad to get. いろいろなサラダがあります。きゅうりサラダとトマトサラダ。どちらがいいですか？辛いドレッシングと甘いドレッシングがあります。サラダがいいです。トマトサラダにします。
ヨーグルト
サーフィン。
Oh, surfing doesn't have a G. Okay. I put in a goo at the end, but surfing is just surfing.
ぶどう
きゅうり
That's a mistake there.
レタス
はいスープがいいです。キノコスープにします。Okay.
人参サイクリング
レタス
喉サーフィン。
ヨーグルトドレッシングが好きです。
ヨーグルトドレッシングが好きです。
甘いドレッシングと辛いドレッシング、どちらがいいですか？
Okay.
レタスは好きですか？
レタス。
I don't know how I feel about lettuce salad.
サラダ
Okay.
がいいです。
I just realized how redundant that is a little bit. Although, with that said, there are different salads that don't involve lettuce. So,
ソーセージとフライドポテトがいいです。ソーセージ、
ソーセージとフライド
フライド
ポテト。
ポテト
ソーセージとフライドポテト
がいいです。
がいい。
ソーセージとフライドポテトがいいです。
ソーセージ
ソーセージ。
がいいです。
豚肉のハンバーグはちょっと。豚
肉
の豚肉のハンバーグはちょっと。
ハンバーグ。
ハンバーグ
ハンバーグ
はちょっと。の豚肉のハンバーグはちょっと。
Okay.
ブロッコリ
ブロッコリーも
ー食べましょう。
ハンバーグがいいです。ハンバーグがいいです。
豚、肉。ハンバーグはちょっとの。
今日のスペシャルはチーズソースのハンバーグ定食です。いいですね。今日のスペシャルにします。
Oh, special. Special is the other one. So what was it? Nishimasu, Nisuru, and special. Starting with the order.
ステーキとカレーどちらがいいですか？
肉はちょっと。今日のスペシャルは人参とブロッコリーのパスタです。そのパスタにします。
Nice. Vegetable pasta dish. ソーセージは食べたくないです。Okay. 肉は食べません。ラーメンとそば、どちらがいいですか？パスタもありますよ。Low-key favoritism, soba. Actually, the heck with all those. Udon OP. 私の I'm gonna get fired for that. 私の好きな野菜はブロッコリーです。Bold. ステーキとハンバーガーどちらがいいですか？What is this? オムライスもあります。
人参、きゅうり、
ブロッコリー、インフルエンザ、
サーフィン。
多分このスペシャルにします。
多分このスペシャルにします。White sausage sounds good. White sausage? Maybe the white sauce? White sausage.
白い
白い
ソーセージ
ソーセージ
がいいです。
がいいです。 多分。
多分、
多分、
このスペシャル
スペシャル
にします。
にします。多分このスペシャルにします。Okay. 半分。半分。
半分。半分。半分。
多い。多い。
いただきます。
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 この
マヨネーズ。
マヨネーズ
マヨネーズは
美味しいでしょ。
このカレーはちょっと多いです。この
カレ
ーはちょっとこのカレーはちょっと多いです。多いです。
OK。このカレーはちょっと多いです。
マヨネーズ。
マヨネーズ。マヨネーズ。マヨネーズは好きですか？
この卵はトロトロですね。
Wait. トロトロ? Oh, this is new. I don't. Oh, yeah. I forgot about this. Torotoro. It's nice and gooey, probably. Right? Torotoro?
卵。この卵はトロトロですね。
この卵はトロトロですね。Yeah, nice and gooey. Oh, I totally forgot about torotoro.
いただきます。このピザのチーズはトロトロですね。ケンさんもこのピザを少し食べませんか？
いただきます。このピザのチーズはトロトロですね。ケンさんもこのピザを少し食べませんか？Trying to eat short. ナオミさんは私のオムライスとオムライスを半分食べましたよ。
このハンバーガーのマヨネーズは少し多いです。もう食べたくないです。
もう食べたくないです。Disappointing? Wait. このハンバーガーのマヨネーズは少し多いです。もう食べたくないです。I mean, is that really a bad thing? It's kind of hard, but I guess they don't want to eat anymore, so I guess that's used in a bad way, huh? I feel like it's contextually dependent if something is too much. Maybe too much of a good thing or too much of a bad thing. I don't know. 私の
パスタ
を半分食べませんか？
多い。来年。
Whoops.
半分。3年生。来週。
私の
ハンバーグ
を半分食べませんか？4時。
3階。半分。高い。多い。この
サラダは多いです。ちょっと。No, not culture.
ちょっと。
I was trying to.
紅茶。
Okay.
この
このソースはトロトロです。
ソースは
ソースはトロト
トロ
ロです。
です。
I think this is a good place to stop. We don't have another kanji section, so it's a pretty good place to stop. 3, 3, 1. Yeah, and then we'll start the new thing by completing sections in the future. Actually, don't I have like a... yeah, you know what? We can use it to complete that. That's one more section.
私もエビ餃子にします。
私もエビ餃子にします。辛いドレッシングが欲しいです。
駅からファミレスまで10分ぐらいかかります。
駅からファミレスまで10分ぐらいかかります。温かいコーヒーが飲みたいです。
ブロッコリーはあまり食べません。
ブロッコリーはあまり食べません。そのファミレスのパスタは美味しいでしょう。じゃあ、いただきます。洋食レストランで食べませんか？ピザとハンバーガーどちらがいいですか？
洋食
は
ちょっと重いいい
Oh, wait, yeah. 重いです。Interesting. Just threw in 重い all of a sudden.
先週の日本料理は美味しかったですね。今回は洋食を食べませんか？私の好きなファミレスはここから近いですよ。
いろいろなサラダがあります。きゅうりサラダとトマトサラダ、どちらがいいですか？辛いドレッシングと甘いドレッシングがあります。
Okay. And then let's complete the straggler here. I think this is a straggler. Bangohan.
晩ご飯
Oops. I don't want to talk about it. Joke order.
晩ご飯
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 晩ご飯晩ご飯晩ご飯
晩ご飯
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 晩ご飯晩ご飯
晩ご飯
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 晩ご飯晩ご飯
晩ご飯
One more.
晩ご飯
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 晩ご飯晩ご飯
晩ご飯
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 Alright. So that's a wrap for Japanese Duolingo for today. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Not too much message to leave. Maybe something from Shashinko? I think it gets a little tiring to evaluate and project one's own, like, there's got to be something said about how amateurish and how incompetent one sounds when you attempt to, when one is tempted, maybe out of maybe joking or some sort of urgency, to cast devaluing qualities from comments. So like what I mean by that is like this whole idea of doing something for real and doing something fake. Man, I honestly don't understand what is necessary about that type of classification. But one thing I can earnestly say though, if you believe that you go up to someone and ever suggests by trying to establish some sort of trust and faith in appreciating someone else's commentary, you don't start by suggesting that whatever someone else is doing is fake and the thing that you consider is real just happens to happen whenever that person coincidentally do something that you believe is right. So, I mean, yes, one can be accurate and one can be inaccurate, like there are true and false statements, certainly. However, if you really want to be respected, right, by someone you're trying to maybe impress or compliment, I don't think the first inclination is to demonstrate what you consider is real and what you consider is fake, right? Especially when it's something that the other person is doing. So, before, in my opinion, my 2 cents is before you normalize such behavior, I don't think there's a room for any type of professional career in that person's future, if that is the normal tendency, in my opinion. If you really want to leave a mark on the world, I mean, that's really up to the person. They might just want to chill and live life to the fullest with the complete disregard of requiring the affirmation or the respect of other people. That's perfectly all right. But genuinely speaking, tossing around words like real, real, authentic, fake, and like less valuable, more valuable, minor, major, it can be great for advice and whatnot when you're talking about yourself. But generally speaking, hey, if you're learning Japanese, perhaps take a page from Japanese culture, assuming what is fake and real and projecting what is fake and real onto another person. Well, the question is, are you here to be their boss? Are you here to be friends? If you're not, then that's perfectly acceptable, I suppose, if you want to like lay it to them straight. But if you want to be their friend and want to share mutual respect, then the first thing you want to do is not project your own biases and wear it on its sleeve, because that's arrogant, it's ignorant, and it most certainly will not make you a friend of whoever you're talking to. And that is almost 99% guaranteed when it's telling them that, or implying that the things they're doing is fake and the thing that you favor is real, or the thing that they're doing is minor and the thing that you're doing is major, right? That to me screams like a person who lacks self-esteem, lack confidence, and believe that they are more competent than they really are, in my opinion. I mean, if they don't want to be my friend, that's perfectly fine. But know that I do not share any mutual respect as well. So, I don't particularly think I would change that person's life in any other way. There's a curiosity that happens very often. So to leave it on a more positive note, sometimes you might want to, sometimes consider starting from a perspective that is of common ground, as opposed to strongly suggesting that the other person is of less value than you. Unless you have zero interest in networking or being charismatic and you just want to offend someone, by all means, that you can achieve that with doing that, right? Go up to a person, imply that whatever they're doing is not serious, not real, and yeah, have at it, right? While on the flip side, I hope that I won't unintentionally do that to anyone in the future, because to me, that certainly is not where I want to be. I don't want to be around people who, I don't want to attract or associate with people who need to place and devalue other people's merits and decision making in order to elevate their own position, right? I think someone who is incredibly competent, influential, charming and charismatic, etc., all the desirable qualities, speak for themselves. They have no concern or need to have the urgency to strip someone else's of their position, their merit, or their aptitude. Rather, they play to that person's advantage, right? Because a skilled and competent person would know how to do that, likely know how to do that, or inquire about it. And I hope that in the future, that would be the social norm for the internet. People who aren't vicariously incompetent, as opposed to competent based on merit, right? Be able to demonstrate merit, as opposed to juxtapositioning, like, gesturing and posturing for a feeling of superiority by placing others below them. And I hope that continues to be the future, right? People supporting each other. And language learning, right? Language learning, encourage people to be encouraging in language learning. It's very necessary for such a long journey, right? All right. With that said, thanks for listening. That's the end of the Japanese section. Mata ne, right? Mata shita to the Japanese learners out there. If you're gonna watch this later, thanks for watching. I'm gonna get up and stretch a little bit and finish my day off with some Chinese.